Hello, hello, how are you doing? Today we're going to be talking about the perfect problem, the perfect problem. But before I do, I need to just check that this is actually being streamed live. It's just going to take me a second. Hold on here. Aha, it is being streamed live. I'm excited. Hello, how are you doing? Okay, so perfectionism. I wrote something about it, so I'm going to be referring to my diary first. And you know what? I'm going to just go straight in. And if you will have any comments, any thoughts on perfectionism? Do you think you are a perfectionist? If so, please write them in the comments below. So, the perfect problem. Reading from my diary, what I wrote yesterday. Just look at the word perfection. Perfect. It's a very cutting word. It's a word full of judgment. It is not one of acceptance for the way things are, right? Perfection isn't like, oh, everything's all right. No, 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 never, never. Perfection is unattainable. It is a label that truly can't be given to anything. But you could give it to a beautiful sunset, or maybe some of those like soul stirring moments, maybe like, that beautiful phrase in a piece of music. But do you realize that all those things that you can label as perfect, they never last more than just a few minutes? So, how can they be perfect if they just vanish? Have you thought about that? So, everything that you might even label to be perfect, it is bound to disappear after those few precious moments. Those of us who are obsessed with perfection, all we can do is just see ways to improve things. We're so critical. We're so critical. It's like, oh, you can improve this and improve that. Oh, no, that was better. Actually, do it that way. Doesn't this perfection problem make us feel guilty for not being perfect? Because we realize that we're not perfect, right? For some people, that feeling of I'm not perfect enough can also translate in aggression. For me, it translates in like sort of hiding, becoming a shrinking violet, right? So let me ask you, have you ever witnessed something truly magical, something serendipitous, something soul stirring, something so riveting? And have you actually taken that moment to go, this is perfect? Or isn't that just like a feeling that you get? You don't sit there being critically analytical and going, that's perfect, right? The way you do with everything that you're doing, the way that you look. No. When you really have a magical moment, usually we just take it in. And yeah, sometimes we might think, oh, this is perfect. But it's never a critical, mental thing. And the second question I'm going to ask you is, how many times have you used the word perfect to describe yourself or your actions truly, truly, innately, that word has come out? How often has that happened? I hope you have not seen the other stuff I wrote on the side here. Perfection. Clearly not in this video. So here's another idea to this. Okay, here's the other side. Well, perfection, we talk a lot about improvement, right? I've mentioned the word improve, right? We're so critical. We want to improve things all the time. Here's another idea. Things can never, never be objectively improved. They can only be changed according to taste. Boy, isn't that revolutionary? Isn't that revolutionary? I'm dropping all kinds of things here. Okay, things cannot be improved objectively. Things can only be changed according to taste. There are lots of dogs howling in the background. I don't know if you'll be able to hear that. And that is another thing that we must face and accept. Our idea of beauty and talent, our idea of good music and great designs, our idea of comfort and compliments, and I could go on and on and on, right? All of these opinions that we hold so close within us are just our opinions, and they are just opinions. So then there isn't anything that is universally perfect. Just the idea of that it's bizarre to even conceive of because everyone has different taste. Perfection literally doesn't exist. There is no perfect action. There is no perfect sound. There is no perfect preparation. There is no perfect face that won't grow old or be too young or get all wrinkly someday. There is no perfect handwriting. There is no perfect time. There is no perfect excuse. There is no perfect weather. And there certainly is no perfect day, no perfect month, no perfect year, and there is no perfect age. There is nothing that is perfect. So, what are you waiting for and why are you waiting? How much longer are you going to behind? How much longer are you going to hide behind this illusion? This illusory, is that even a word? Illusory idea, this illusionary idea. I don't even know what word that is. This farce called perfection. Don't wait until you're perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. And don't wait until it's perfect. Because remember, perfection doesn't exist. Now I'm gonna go to my phone because there was part two that I kind of wrote to this. It's much shorter. Yes, excellence. Now I'm going to talk about excellence and perfection. Okay, the difference between excellence and perfection. The reason why this came to my mind is because I realized a few months ago I'm immensely inspired by excellence. And the word excellence comes to mind, not perfection, okay? When I witness something that is so good, I'm just like, damn, this person is so excellent at what they do. They're just so good. They're so damn good at what they do. I never think they're perfect. Trust me, my extremely critical mind still comes up with things that could have been done better. But I sit back after having that experience and I just go, damn, that was like really excellent. This person's excellent. So there's a big difference between perfection and excellence. Perfection gets in the way of excellence when it stops you from making progress. Progress, progress, progress. We have all heard that done is better than perfect, right? And if we haven't, let me introduce that to you. It is something that comes in my world all the time. Done is better than perfect. My own coach has told me, Nandini, done is better than perfect. Right? So perfection gets in the way of excellence when it stops you from making progress, however you want to pronounce that word. I commit now. I commit now to throwing away the idea of perfection and just getting things done. Done is better than perfect. Done helps you create progress. Excellence happens through getting things done and then improving on them bit by bit by bit. Excellence is a habit. It's something that you can't just be born with and just create sustainably in every aspect of your life, not at all. It's something that has to happen through deliberate creation. Yeah, I'm just gonna check the chat here to see if you guys have any thoughts on what I'm sharing. Um, so far I see no comment. Oh, hello, Tenzin. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining live. Really, really, truly appreciate it. Thank you very much for commenting as well. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, awesome. So remember, excellence, for me anyway, I'm inspired by excellence. Excellence over perfection. Very different things, really, truly. And completion over perfection. Just get it done. Just get it done. Completion over perfection. If perfection is stopping you from getting something done, it is time to stop thinking about perfection. Perfect is a problem in our world. Perfect is a problem in our world. Perfect is messing with our minds. It's messing with our expectations of not just others, but also ourselves. Perfection is honestly, it's a weird disease that we all seem to be having, honestly. Okay. So I asked Claude AI, what are some major symptoms of being a perfectionist? And guess what? All the things like Claude gave me 10 results, which I'm going to share with you right now. So if you feel like these things are speaking to you, you might be suffering from perfection. You might be a perfectionist, which honestly is not a good thing. And here's how you know why it's not a good thing. I'm just going to read it for you. Number one, if you're a perfectionist, you might be setting excessively high standards. Keyword excessively. Number two, you might fear failure or making mistakes, which is an inevitable part of being part of this world. It's not just a part of being human, even technology constantly makes mistakes. Okay. So if you're saying that you are setting expectations for yourself that is even higher than a freaking calculator or an instrument, that's nuts. Perfection it's a crazy maker, okay? Number three, having an all or nothing type of thinking. This is something that I suffered from a lot too. It's like, well, if I can't clean all of my house, I'm just gonna lay in bed. I just don't feel like I can clean my whole house. No, but I could just rearrange my desk and wipe it down, right? Stop with the all or nothing thinking. Even if you just wash a couple of plates, it's all, you don't have to be perfect. Number four, procrastination. Yes, procrastination due to the fear of not meeting these standards, right? So that's also a huge part of the third point, which was the all or nothing thinking. Number five, having difficulty completing tasks or projects due to that nervousness, due to procrastination, due to excessively high standards, right? Being overly self-critical. That is number six. Number seven is the need for constant improve the need for constant approval and feedback and reassurance from others, like always being like, oh, is this okay? I use this color, is that all right? That is a huge symptom of not feeling surety in yourself, which perfection can definitely bring on. Number eight, difficulty delegating tasks to others or trusting others to complete things in a manner that you would think is perfect. This is huge. This is something that far too many people in my life, including myself, suffer from. Okay. Number nine, obsession with details and organization, being really nitpicky. As soon as you see one flaw, it's like the whole thing is just no good because of that one flaw. Huge issue with perfectionism, right? And number 10, burnout. Last week I talked about burnout. Burnout from constantly striving for this thing called perfection, which I've already talked about, doesn't exist. It literally doesn't exist. All right. So, Tenzinla is asking, 100% is not a perfect? So it depends, right? So if you're saying getting 100% in your test, that is a perfect score. But what I'm talking about here is an objective, like, how do I say? Aiming to be good at something, aiming to master something is fantastic. But it shouldn't get in the way of us not even trying because we're scared that we will not get 100% on our first go. Whatever it is that you have studied for and you're aiming to get 100% in, shouldn't you be studying thinking, okay, I'm going to try to get 100%. So right now, if I did the test right now, I might get 20%. If I do it next week and I study consistently, maybe I'll get 25%. And you keep studying until you feel like, you know what? I've studied so much, I could get 100%, right? So 100%. And the other thing about it is 100% effort is always good. If I am wanting to create something and I'm giving my 100% to it, that often shows that I am not obsessed with the idea of perfection. Because I'll be honest, when I'm thinking of creating something and perfectionism has taken over my mind, I usually don't start it. I usually start and then I stop because I feel like it's a big mountain that I have to climb. But instead, if I think, oh, I created this thing, I really want to put it out there. Let's say it's a YouTube video. I have so many YouTube videos that I've created, I've filmed them, I scripted them, I filmed them, but I'm just thinking, man, I I don't want to edit them. I don't know how I would edit them. I really love the videos. I really want them to be out there, but there's so much perfectionism in my brain that's stopping me from just doing some basic edit and putting them out there. So I would say 100%, giving your 100% is fantastic. And it is not the same as aiming to be perfect, right? Those of us, and there are times as well when, you know, we have to balance. Hey, Tenzin, thank you for sharing. Oh, I got it. That's what you've written. So I think I've explained myself well, right? So 100% effort, yes. But how can we say that is perfect effort, right? That's just us putting all of ourselves into something. So thank you for joining. Thank you for your question. And yeah, I really, really, truly appreciate it. So I think I'll keep this short. I wanted to talk about perfection. There was something else I could have also talked about given recent events in India, but I'll wait. I'll wait to talk about it at another time. And in the meantime, if you have any questions for Q&A Fridays, the link to a Google form where you can submit that question is in the description. Check the description all the way down. You will find a Q&A Friday link. You can click there, you can ask the question, and I will address it in the next Q&A Friday. My name is Nandini Upluri. I am a mindset coach. Perfectionism. I am a mindset coach. My mouth is not working perfectly. I am a mindset coach and an English language teacher, communication coach as well. So I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And until then, time to throw away this idea of perfection. Just get things done. That's it. Everything is all right. Everything is okay. Even not doing 100%, it's all okay. All right, then. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Now I have to close this. Yes, like this.